see y'all again.
Nothing strengthens a bond more than a family reunion.
What have y'all been up to this past couple days?
Even though 1,200 miles separate Ann Hollis and the Muncies, technology keeps them close.
Are you guys Whataburger or In-N-Out people?
Whataburger all the way. Texas, you have to say Whataburger.
The 23-year-old Texan and family of 4 from Virginia are still getting familiar after connecting last year.
Are you going back to Kansas City?
They didn't link up through ancestry.
We'll have some nice family time in the car.
Theirs is a relationship born out of necessity.
We began noticing some bruising around Cooper's body, like in places like they were totally random.
At 6 years old, Cooper Muncie fell ill just as the pandemic was taking hold.
It was March 3rd, 2020.
Parents Jen and Dustin were blindsided.
I knew in my gut it was something was wrong.
A doctor's visit confirms the worst. Cooper is diagnosed with an aggressive form of leukemia.
That didn't feel good, I'll tell you that.
We're going to go to VCU for a few days. Never in a million years did we think we were going to spend the better part of a year.
COVID-19 restrictions prevent Jen and Dustin from supporting Cooper together.
It was one parent in and the other out, and I think that was the hardest part of it all.
The odds are stacked against the little patient.
I never laughed, I never really played.
There were times, where there were very hard things that had to be done, and there were times when, at his lowest points, when he was it seemed that he wanted to give up or quit, I would have to look him in the eye and tell him, I am not going to sit here and watch you die. We have to do this.
Cooper's only hope was a transplant of bone marrow.
It was very difficult, and I remember there was times where he would just look up at me and say, I just want to go to heaven. And he said that probably 2 or 3 times, and it just was, as a mom of a 6-year-old, you don't want to have your son hear that.
No family member matched, but there was a complete stranger who was.
No kid deserves to go through any of that to begin with. And so, yeah, I think that for sure that I wanted to help in any way that I could right away.
Ann, a senior at Stephen F. Austin State University, gets a call.
They told me that it was for a 6-year-old boy with leukemia, and that was all I knew.
4 years ago, she registered as a donor with Be the Match. The woman who aspires to be a doctor knows she needs to act even in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, I was just excited to get the whole process started, I guess.
Dustin and Jen's prayers are answered by the Lone Star Angel.
It was a feeling unlike any other.
We didn't know a name. She didn't know a name. 22-year-old female, 6-year-old male. That was it.
Days drag into weeks.
Every day was like, is today the day? Are we going to get answers today?
Finally, doctors deliver a prognosis. Ann's marrow works.
She gave Cooper what we couldn't give her. Mm-hmm. She gave him something that can't be bought, and that's something we could never say thank you enough for. Mm-hmm.
So we got to meet our donor, Ann.
Just days ago, Cooper and his family thanked their real-life superhero in person.
Just watching her, reach the top of the escalator and come down. I don't think there was a dry eye in that airport. It was just so incredibly special.
A moment at RIC, 14 months in the making.
We were very joyful that she got to come, and she's pretty nice, and she's very good.
I'm pretty sure I've cried throughout this process a little bit too. Tears of joy for sure at this part.
Ann Hollis's ultimate act of kindness leads to this.
And then school on Monday?
Yeah.
New relatives in Virginia.
She'll always be a part of our family.
Yes, technology can keep you tight.
It's a big weekend.
But no bond is greater than Ann's miracle marrow.
Being able to give the gift of life to someone, especially, a kid like Cooper, just giving these people even a chance of hope and a future, I think is incredible.
I thank her very, 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 very much for healing me, her drawing blood, and now I have it inside my body, and hopefully it will never have to happen to any of us again.
Bye, Ann.
Bye.
We miss you. Have a great trip.
So much.
Y'all too.
Bye, Ann.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Ann.
Bye.